Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. This video is really not a tutorial how to install. There is nothing to install for this Iceriver monitor. Is the tool that's showing the features, and I'd like to show a couple things, maybe help you to identify your hot chips. And also in this video we'll be talking about, and I'll show you how the airflow or your cooling of your device is also really critical. So not just having only the thermal paste replaced, but if you in a situation where you can't do it right away, you can still help your Iceriver KS3 and KS3Ms by a lot, having appropriate air cooling to the device. So let's go through it. Let's go through the Tswift. So that Tswift mining is the official, it's not the chat, it's the post. Okay, so there are messages that Tswift posts regarding the new coming out stuff or any available miners and stuff like that, firmware upgrades and anything related to Caspa miners. So let's take a look at that new Iceriver monitor tool. So what it is, it will show you the chip's temperature and the voltage and overclocks. It's a really cool thing. Now when you read that through, you could read the instructions, what it does and all that through. I was kind of quickly reading through and I missed that second link right here. So if you have KS3M, the newer version here is not gonna show, may not show your device. So it did work for me on one of my KS3M. The second one didn't show. I don't know why. So, but this older tool, it does works. This the previous version, it shows everything. So let's get into it. So what you have to do, just click the link. You will be going to the website where you gonna see the download option. Now I use the Firefox before, so I clicked to download. It didn't work for me, and then I used the Chrome and it didn't work. So then I used my Brave browser, and the Brave browser did work. So in case you can download, you have to do your settings on your browser to make sure you can download. They're potentially just showing that there is a contains virus or malware. So because the file probably just new and they're not anywhere, like, I don't know, registered or whatever, I don't know what's the reason. But anyways, if you're concerned about that, make sure you use a separate machine so you don't have anything, just a clean machine without anything, where you're gonna download this file and use it for monitoring your KS3s, KS3M, and KS1, KS2, KS0s as well, all of them. All right, so now let's start with the I guess I'm gonna start with the older version. I liked it in some way a little bit better even than new, and I'll show you why. But newer actually looks a lot cooler because it shows the colors for each temperature, basically, if it's a normal, if it's a warning, if it's a danger, right? So like I'll show you real quick here on which my board right here. So my second board on KS3M has a hot chips right there, and it shows right away in the red colors, so really easy to find when you scroll. However, if I go to this old, and again it's a KS3M, but one of them I can recognize, and then the second one is on IP75, and I'll show you guys. If I put 75 here, it will not show anything, so basically empty boards, right? So that's the bug that the Tswift fixing it. Hopefully, he said it will be fixed in 24 hours. But before that, it's really just for you to check. You still have those available, publicly available. If you go on Telegram, on his official Telegram chat where he posts the stuff, it's not his direct Telegram, it's a Tswift mining where they're all posted. You can send messages here. Okay, so make sure you get your appropriate file downloaded. So once you be able to download it, if there is an issue with your browser, make sure you can download that or remove your restrictions. Okay, so now when you go to your, I'll show you in your file, basically in downloads, I show you how it did. It didn't download, it just download like a part of the message, right, and stuff. And then you have from Telegram, if you download directly, we'll have separate file. But look, I have the KS3M downloaded and Iceriver monitor labeled 3 because I tried 3 times on the different browsers. Anyway, so once you download those zips files, you just simply click and extract all or unzip whatever zipper you're using. So you'll have just a folder of your stuff. So when you open that folder, you'll have, so for KS3M, you have a bunch of these files, and you have to scroll down and just only open Iceriver tool, okay? There is another file there down below, which looks like application created, but it's not gonna open anything. So just only you have to use this Iceriver tool, okay? So it's kind of annoying. Gotta scroll down for this one, or just click by name and go to the Iceriver, okay, tool. So when you double click that tool, and this is one for KS3M, so you could see how different it looks. So let me close all the other stuff. I'm gonna keep on the background this newer ones open so you can compare and see. And I'm gonna open now. What I like about it, you can expand the view. You can actually make it taller so you could see all the chips, right? So now this is my KS3M, which works, and KS3M on IP75 doesn't work. So if I go to this older version and I just gonna paste the IP address, by the way, make sure you keep the ports 4111. Don't change that. If you put any other port number, it will not read your chips or voltage or any overclocks. So I click the read, and basically I'm getting all the same information that I'm getting from the right here, from the newer version or the older. So it does work on my both. They're gonna put next to each other somehow, maybe if it fits. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to squeeze it in like that, so you can do. It's basically just a short, really stuff right here, and you can see it reads exactly the same way on my newer version. You have chip 1 through 56 on each board because it's 14 chips, 4 rows. You get 56 on every board, 3 boards, right? So if we compare the temperatures on the first board, old and newer version, the voltage, everything the same. There is no difference really. It's just the look of these programs, of this monitoring tool. So now let's look at the how we can find the hottest temperature there. What's cool there's a minimum and maximum temperatures already reported over there on the right side of this newer tool. Now, if it doesn't work for your KS3M, just download the older version of it, okay? And that's gonna work just like in this right window over here. So let's take a look. And on board 1, what I can do on old version, I can simply click on temperature, and it will organize lower to highest or highest to lowest. And I could see on board 1 I have 78 is my highest temperature on this ACINFINITY. So if I go board 2 and do the same thing, I could see it's 103 degree on chip 31, and then I have 98, 96, 92, 91. Compared to the new version, I have to scroll. I can organize for some reason here by the highest. It will show me highest 103 here. But then to see the rest of the chips, if there's more chips than 1, you gotta scroll, and then it will see in the color really quickly. You can recognize red and yellows and throughout the green. So it's very helpful tool. Visually, you could see a lot faster. Then I go to board 3, and same thing. I could have the max, my temp max 78. So if I do board 3 in the old version, and I'll just organize by the lowest highest, so you could see 78 is my highest, chip 56, right? And it's the same thing here. So my board 3 seems to be fine, my board 1 seems to be okay, so there's 78 on both of them is the highest, and then the board 2 is really struggling, and it's probably in the middle, so it's actually getting a lot more heat, right? So that's why I have this higher temperatures there. Now when I saw that, I immediately changed my also fan speeds to a little higher, to 100%. I used to have 80%, but it didn't help much, maybe by 1 degree or so. So really have to watch that thing. But what else I want to show you? So that's pretty much for your KS3. You'll see your temperatures, right? On same thing on the voltage, you see the max voltage. And if you read through on the Telegram that you want to make sure your voltage do not exceed 0.5, so it's really 0.55 is where the chips are getting struggle, and it's going to destroy your chip to the, it may have a permanent damage to your chip. So really is to watch your voltage as well. So I don't know how, there is no fix to that voltage, is the monitoring tool. So if we go to voltage here, we can also click voltage and see the highest voltage or lowest voltage on this board. So all my voltages is not higher than 0.5. It's somewhere 0.49, 47 and stuff like that. So it's pretty good for the voltage. And then that's the clock speed, right? Now, that's for KS3M. KS3 has a very similar, I'm gonna put in a different window here, 117 my IP for KS3. And oh, by the way, I want to show you just to make sure how accurate it is with the WEBGUI. So this is my KS3, right? So I am gonna show you what I have here. So that's the temperatures just on the sensors, 2050, 5052, right? The fan speeds there. Oh, by the way, this is with Fruition design, so the fan speeds there, it's not really relevant. And then I also gonna show you that the 32 days it's been on the network and 12 hours. So let's go to the tool, and you're gonna see so for my 117, you can open, but what's cool, you can open multiple of these windows. It's not very convenient. I think there is a fix coming for this, that it's going to be available, maybe a multiple selections in one window. I'm not sure, but right now you can do multiple windows and monitor your a couple of your devices, or if you have a lot, monitor space, you can put maybe 3, 4 on 2 monitors. So that's my KS3 type. See, so it did recognize KS3, did recognize KS3M BG, but it didn't use on my second KS3M. So don't worry if you cannot read one of your KS3M on the older version. You can always just go and pop up your old version there, download and have it available for KS3M. Check your temperatures here. And by the way, you can organize this by high and low. That quickly shows you where is your highest temperature right there. So that's it for the KS3M and KS3L, right? So there are just more chips on KS3. If you notice, that's 112 chips on every board. So that's the only difference. And then if you scroll through each board, it's 3 boards on each. And you could see I have 91 on the board 3. So I don't know if they switch, maybe some boards, it may be a middle board as well, but they just, the cable's not, properly connected like 1, 2, 3, but maybe it's a number 3 on the side also, just getting a little warmer. Now, what I really want to show you on KS3, because I have the ability to change my Fruition design speed tool right on my phone, and it's set up to automatically cool this device. But you could look at the board temperatures, the 20 in and exhaust. So on intake 20, and then 52 on exhaust. You could see right there. So now I could change my this temperature by allowing Fruition Design to different speeds. So I'm gonna switch that, and I'm gonna show you guys how also it's really gonna change temperatures on your chips as well. So just a second, let me open up for you. All right, so this is my KS3 Iceriver with Fruition Design and Infinity fan, and it runs on this pipe from exterior of the shed through this 8-inch duct, and then it goes to the 8-inch duct outside of the shed. And so I have this ACINFINITY controlled by this Wi-Fi Infinity fan controller, which I have separate video I did for how to set up on your phone. So now I'm gonna show you how we're gonna change this settings and how it's gonna affect the temperatures on our chips. And this is for my KS3M. Two of these guys are running in self-made kind of kit, so it's basically my crazy, look how much tape I used. It just looks ugly. Anyways, it works. It pulls the air out from the KS3Ms similar way, and it's pushing out the air to the outside. So let's take a look on then on the settings of the KS3M. I do have a separate video on that, how to actually program this KS3M completely, but that's it, just not to make it all long. Now you could too go ahead and watch the Red Panda mining Iceriver. You need to fix this now video for the thermal paste replacement, which is a really cool video, and it also shows the differences between the temperatures on the chips before he changed the paste and after changing the paste. So now I do have the video where the automation of cooling and testing how to set it up in your app. So if you want to check it out, just go ahead and check it out. But this video is for our temperatures on the Iceriver monitor. So I'm gonna put this on the side so we can access this this window. It's kind of large. If I click on it, it's just gonna probably cover up a little bit. So we're gonna go, if you could see, my KS3 fan is my lower, KS3L is the higher. So this KS3L, I'm gonna open that KS3 fan, and it's right now on the level 5 temperature, right? So if I go ahead and change that to level 4, and or basically I need to increase the temperature here, let's say to 114, it will trigger, and it will lower my fan speed, right? Let's take a look. What's my fan speed now? So it's a level 4 now. Okay, so now you're gonna be able, I set this to 2 seconds refresh rate. Originally it's 10 seconds, just to be able, if it's refreshes sooner or not. So you could see my board 1 maximum temperatures are was 91. So there is few chips on 91. Board 2 also has a couple of the 91s, and board 3 has some 94. So I can organize them by lowest highest, but I can see them in if I scroll down, like on the highest, the 94, and it shows on the right here too. So let's take a look, and now we've changed to the level 4, right, on our fan. After probably about 2-3 minutes, we will see how quickly, actually maybe within a minute, this temperature gonna rise. So I'll pause the video, and I'll wait for a couple minutes and see when it refreshes. See if I can stop and read, and if it's already gonna give us updated temps or not. Not yet. All right, so we'll give a few more minutes, and we'll come back, and we'll see how the temperature is gonna affect on this board 3, especially because it's the hottest board, right? If we change our Fruition Design level. Alright guys, so it was a few minutes. I had to reset my screen here to show all three boards on KS3. So you could see it's the same IP number on all of these three boards right here. Sorry, I have to place them so I could click on individual ones. But so you could see at the same time all 5 seconds refresh rate. I noticed that if you put 1 second or 2, it's still probably going to do around 5 seconds. Initial setup, it's 10 seconds refresh rate, which is probably fine. But you can see this timing going to change every 5 seconds. That means the board's temperature, voltage, and overclock is going to be refreshed every 5 seconds on this monitor tool. So, and you could see on my ACINFINITY fan level set up now at 4. It's a little harder to see because I kind of did a little zoom out so you could see the temperatures as well at the same time. So I'm going to move it here, and so you could see clearly what I'm doing. So I'm going to go to settings of this after mode, and what we're going to do, I'm going to change the temperatures, the minimums. It's right now at the exhaust 114. That's where my sensor is, and I'm going to set it to, let's say, 109 degree, right? So we're gonna save it, done, and let's go take a look. So now my levels went up to 6 on the Xfinity fan. Typically it runs around 5, but it's not gonna cool down. It will take a while till it drops probably to level 5, but you could probably now, after maybe about a minute, you're gonna see this temperature change. You could pause the video, look at this. Not gonna take a screenshot, but maybe I need, and let's do that. So I'll have this picture separately, and we can compare this just so it's right under. I'm gonna place it right under. So after maybe a few minutes after it refreshes, we're gonna see right next to it the temps of these guys. How did it change? And then you could see the maximums here on the side, the 97. You could see that cheap 97. So let's give it a minute or two. I don't want to make this video super long, but it's a really cool tool to have, and you could see in the real time what's happening with your chips as far as your temperature goes, your voltage, and the clocks. So we've been running at level 5 speed on this KS3, and we'll probably gonna start seeing these temperatures drop pretty soon. May need to dropping back to 4. Okay, so let me change the temps here to 100 and actually 6, just to be more of a. Okay, so now we're at level 6, so now we're gonna see the temps dropping as our level of the 6. So now you already can see that. So all these start to get in green. You see before we have 91, 93, 91, it's 88, 90, 89. And again, board 2, it's all green. Board 3, it has few yellow chips, but look, the temperatures from 93. From 97, 96 went to 93, so it's by 4 degrees we are lowered the temperature by going to level 5, just one level switch. And my guess, if we even change the temperature further, and I'm gonna set it to 105, let's do 103 on exhaust. There is different ways you can set up this sensor from ACINFINITY on a different position of your intakes or out exhaust. I tried on exhaust for the last months, just so it's kind of working okay, but with this tool I could see my chip's temperature now, that being not exactly the way we want. So let's look at the if we set the level 6 and let it run for a little bit, it's still switching to 5. Okay, let me drop the temps here even further. Let's do 100 degree on exhaust, just to keep a fan a little bit higher. Okay, let's see where we're at. We're at 7, so it'll be dropping probably now to 6. So our temp's probably gonna be falling right there if we keep it on level 6, 7. Okay, it's level 8. So now we're gonna see the different temps. Oh, by the way, I forgot to show you one more thing here is the temperatures here on the actual WEBGUI, and you're gonna see it's a lot lower. So if you see these temps, I have 19 intake and I have 47. Typically I'm trying to keep under 55, but guess what, when it's 55 on the temp 2 on exhaust, on your chips it could be potentially a lot higher with the thermal paste not replaced. So now you can see yeah, this temp still not cooling down. My guess is this thermal paste not allowing a lot of the heat distribution, so it's still bad, but at least it's a lot better than it was. It's not 97. So look how many chips I had before, all these yellow chips on the bottom of the screen before I changed the speed from the 4 to level 5 and 6. Now it's at 11, running around 11.7. I was hoping to see even better temperatures, but on the WEBGUI we could see the temps dropped by a lot, by 49. I think I opened that in the beginning of the video. It was about 54 here, right? Or 52, 50s, right, on these temps. So that's just to show you guys, even with the fans running on the higher speed or having a better airflow through the system, cooler air, you're still helping these chips stay cooler. So besides the change in the thermal paste. So that was the point of this video, just to show you on the how your level of your fan. I know it's all about efficiency, but by the end of the day, we want to make sure chips are safe. Oh, look at this on 11.7. Now we finally have the updates here, and look how beautiful the temps are. Now the maximum I'm getting 81 on my hottest board number 3, and then on board number 2 the 78 is the hottest chip, board 1 79 hottest chip, but they're all in the green now. So it's just beautiful to see this temperature being a lot better, right, than before. So anyways, that's the whole point. Now I'm level 7, so obviously I'm using a lot more power. Let's take a look how much power it's sucking now on my this is my KS3 fan right here. So yeah, it uses on the level 7 62 watts. It's probably not 100% correct. Let's see if that's not updated yet. 62 watts, yeah. I'm running 20 watts on level 4, which is 40 watt. Obviously, you know, you're saving 40 watts. That's what you want to kind of get the lowest of your wattage, but that's not always the case that you want to save energy there, because you're gonna damage your device. So they're very important, guys. So cooling also very important. Don't skip that one. And I'm gonna set my minimum from 4 actually to 5, because it looks like at the 4, yes, I be able to run the fan at the low, you know, at 20 watts, but guess what, it's just gonna overheat my chip. So I'll be setting there 8, maybe not that I want to run all the time, so I'll be playing with this new settings now just to keep my chip's temperature a lot cooler. So I'll probably settle in around 103 degree on exhaust of my sensor, and then see how much I'm gonna drop. Yeah, I'm gonna drop to level 6 now, which is probably fine. And we'll continue monitoring this. Wonder it's not updating my fan power reading here. That's just something not getting updated anymore. Something weird there. I don't think it's correct. 62. Yeah, it switches to level 5 and it's still 62. I think it's 62 is level 5. Level 7 is about 80 watts or something like that. So anyways, that's the that's it for this KS3, I think, part. What I want to show you also the KS0 original and KS0. So let's do this. So I think that was the main stuff for this video, is to show you the temperatures on your cooling, and I didn't even change my thermal paste on KS3 yet. So I'm gonna be planning to do my KS3M, that's at 76. I need to change the as soon as possible my thermal paste here. Look at this. This one is 104, so my board 2 is really struggling on few chips. I need to probably get some airflow to also change there, which let's try that in real time. Actually, I do have, it's not completely on the Xfinity fans yet. I mean, not updated on the Fruition design. I just have my own build. Okay, so let's try. Let me try put this complicated settings that I've done. So between 8 and 12, it's between 12 and 6. Okay, let's do here. And I'm gonna go ahead and set the minimum fan speed 8 here. And I'm gonna decrease the temperatures to maybe 105. So let's see. So our fan level 9 right now. And at the next level is gonna be 10. So we can try to let it run for a little bit here on level 9. Then we can come back and check. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna show you KS3 on a separate screen. I'm sorry, KS0. So my IP address is 71. So that's KS0 original. And it will show you automatically only on the board 1. So you have 4 chips. There is nothing gonna show on board 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it will show you the voltage, the temperatures, and the overclocks. Now this is the cool stuff about overclocking, because if you have different overclocking, you will be noticing here different numbers. So if you've done the different overclocks on KS0s and KS0 Pro, I'll show you KS0 Pro 122 is actually 240. I'm running on 340G version. That's my KS0 Pro. It will show 12 chips, and you can see all the temps here on the chips. And then it's 925 is the highest clock I've seen on the 340 version. And then if we go my 320 version, 320G, it will change to 800, I believe, 875, right? 875, and then 825 for 300G version, I believe. But you could see all these chips. So on this specific miner 6, I had one chip 6 overclocks dropped to negative number, and the miner went offline overnight today, which I'm not sure what happened there, but have to really see what's going on with this miner. Oh, look at this, it's showing 0 hash rate just right now. Something happened again. Only 2 hours on the network. Let's click read again. So maybe that chip 6 again struggling. Something going on with this miner. It didn't show nothing wrong on the board. Let's look at the WEBGUI, see if it's even hashing on our monitor here. Oh no, it dropped again. So there's something definitely, guys, going on with this number 6. That's the one that on 340 it was overheating on one of the MOSFETs, and now it was running on 320 fine, but looks like it's struggling again. So it went and started 346 and then it dropped. But on the tool, I'm not able to see. So it doesn't show on this Iceriver tool, monitor tool yet, but before I had the 6 chip was showing the negative clocks and it went off, the hash rate went down. But right now seems like all chips running great, but something going on with this miner. So I'm gonna try to restart it again, and I may need to just factory reset and redo all this overclock possibly, or just I'm gonna try power reset, which usually works better. Just disconnect from the power, wait for 10-15 seconds and then connect power back. Usually that fixes the issue. If not, I may have to re-glue one of my heatsink, and kind of worry about MOSFETs because on 340 one of the MOSFETs, when it go hot, it's basically shows kind of weird on 340 version 2. When it goes to 100 degree, that MOSFET is burnt out, that silicon on the heatsink, so it's really weird. But yeah, I'll have to reset this and see if it's gonna work. My other one that I did 300G on the previous video yesterday or a couple days ago, it's running constantly at 22 hours for 310 37 gigahash. Let's check on the monitor this 118 IP address 118, and we're simply gonna read that again. Yeah, so this looks like it's running fine as well. All the voltage is fine, all the clocks are fine, and the temperatures are good. It's actually cooler than the other one, but the other one not hashing, it uses the whole power though. I wonder if there is any internet disruption on that one was going on, maybe something with the Ethernet cable as well, but that's what I noticed before. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I know it's super long, but I hope it's gonna help you guys to figure it out. Now my main concern obviously is my KS3M, which is I need to repaste, but that's gonna be a separate video, and then we're gonna check it out. You could see I've changed the speed on my fan. It dropped to 8 again, but I don't think that exhaust fan only gonna help. I need to put Fruition Design probably to help these chips, or repaste it as soon as possible. So, but you guys saw with the Fruition Design with the higher speeds, is actually it does help the to cool down these chips. You could see now it's all under 90 degree, which is, I think it's acceptable. It's not perfect like on Red Panda when he repasted. He dropped down pretty good on that. So that's my next plan. It's for KS3M first, and then probably go to KS3 on before summer. That's gonna be important. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hope you liked the video. I'll post all the links for this Tswift channel on my Discord and in description of this video. You're welcome to check it out and see this nice tool, and we'll see you on the next one.